Hello Internet, it's me, Hugh, with another D-Geek Diary, and in less than, I'm looking at my wrist like I have a watch, but I don't have a watch. I use the iPhone for that. In fact, talking about watches, I was talking to my little sister, one of my many little sisters, about the Fitbit this weekend. Basically sort of the wearable computing things that you can put around your wrist or wear on your ear or whatever that can track your footsteps, your heart rate, or the amount you sleep, or any of those kind of things. I mean, in fact, I'd be very curious to know if anyone's got any experience with these things, who's got any sort of tales to tell or any tips or advice on which one of those I should be looking at. Please comment below and let me know, because it is something I'm very interested in right now. I like to track my stress as I become a homeowner, which is the point of where I was going before I got segued and sidelined by the Fitbits and all that stuff. So basically, yes, in less than an hour, we're going to own a house. Jane, myself, and Sebastian are going to own a house. And by the sound of it, all of the belongings of the person who used to live there, because she hasn't moved a lot of her stuff. And oh my God, it was awful this weekend. I had to go in. Jane was good cop, good, lovely cop as she is. I had to be bad cop. I had to go in and be stern and lay down the rule and show her rules and tell her what's in the contract and what she's agreed to and all this stuff. And I'm very good at it. You know, the actor in me allows me to, I put on the face, I do the, I'm convincing, I believe. But then the moment I walk away, I'm like a little mushy pussycat, because I start questioning whether I'm whether I'm a jerk, or whether I've done the right thing, and I'm always second guessing the stuff. And I don't know, this whole confrontation thing, I'm just not very good at it. I'll do it. I'll go, but I'm not really afterwards. It's always, I find it's just about there's all that guilt and worried about that stuff. Why can't we all get along? Anyways, why can't we all get our stuff out of the house so we can move in? Anyways, that's the point. That's not the point. The point is that it's amazing that we've got this house. We're going to start working on it and check it out. So I'm going through the garage sales again on the weekend, because not only am I a Reno nerd, now I'm like a garage sale and garbage nerd. I find this book, Mike Holmes, Make It Right. I've been looking at it in the bookstores. And it's amazing. It's by the guy whose show I watch all the time, this Homes on Homes or Homes Inspection. Great shows to be watching if you're like a Reno nerd like myself, or interested in how the process works. And I love his sort of ethic of, like, you got to make it right the first time. You don't have to do it again. And he just gets in there and he'll pick a little, he'll like, oh, that nail's looking rusty. And the next thing you know, he's pulled apart your living room and insulated and everything like that. And I was like, I found out that a friend of mine has like maybe an in with them, and I was like, oh my God, you got to get, Mike Holmes home would be like, that would be like my dream. Anyway, so I just thought that would be, so I've been reading his stuff. I'm starting at the beginning. I'm working through the whole book. I want to know all about it, because this guy seems to know what he's talking about, and he's certainly fun to watch on TV. And maybe I'll even document some of it myself, so you can see some of the pleasure and pain of renovating. And in keeping with that idea, the fact that we are about to own this house, we bought a little tiny bottle of champagne to split when we get over there, and to celebrate, maybe a little dog bone or something for Mars. And so let's make this Friday, follow-up Friday, let's make it about Reno Nerd. So I'll put a link up here about the video that when I first started it, but basically the idea that I am now obsessed with all the various different processes required in renovating a house, and all the new technologies and materials that are available now. And so anything you've got there, comment below that video. You can comment below this video as well. I'll have a look at those as well. But basically, let me know what you got, because I will be following up on it on Friday. I'll be back on Wednesday. And in the meantime, until we geek again, cheerio!